spinning wheel to go around, and it looks like we are live. So happy to be hopping online this morning with the beautiful Stephanie Weiderstrand joining me from far away where I am here in Southern California and she is across the great blue. Stephanie, thanks for joining me. How late is it where you are?
Not that bad. It's about 6:40 in the evening.
All right, beautiful. Caught you right after dinner, I hope, with the family.
Yes.
And I am excited to have you online with me today to talk about your fourth online event supporting families with a child who's been diagnosed with autism or on the autism spectrum. And I just love that this is your passion project, your mission, and I'd love to hear a little bit about, can you share with us what moved you to start creating these events for people?
I guess I think it's a bit of both, kind of things. From a very business point of view, I had a marketing background and I've always, organized events and things like that. So people said, based on your strengths. And I was like, okay, what am I good at? And events was one of that. So I went with that path. But on a more personal side, I just felt that I wanted to connect with people, like minded people who would like to help and support the autism community. And I just felt that this was an area to do that. And I did. I found some amazing people, along the way, and they have been just so supportive. They are my friends, my teachers, things like that, because I learned so much from them, and that has been super amazing, and it has helped me on my journey so much.
Well, and I think too, personally, I feel really passionately about creating community, or at least recognizing that even when we're dealing with different situations and we might feel alone because within our immediate circle, we might not see that reflected.
Mm,
Any opportunity where we can connect with other people and recognize that we're not alone. And I'm sure I can only imagine with a family and raising a child who's been diagnosed with autism, you really have to become an advocate, which is a lot of effort. And you really have to keep putting yourself out there and charting your own path rather than sit
mm.
back and let others dictate that. And so that support from community, I imagine, would be really empowering and helpful. Is that something that you found you're along the way, or is this why you've created these events?
I think it's something that I found along the way. To be honest, for also a while, I always felt very lonely in this journey because, I mean, I'm living in Sweden, but Sweden is not my country, and there are a lot of things that are available in Sweden, but they are in Swedish. So it's like, how does that work? I mean, I can speak Swedish, but not so much as to hold a whole seminar in Swedish, things like that. And so I felt that I wanted to, okay, I may not have it here, but I can create it somewhere else. And so I started looking elsewhere for people in other parts of the world. I have met people in Australia, in the US, Canada, in Trinidad and Tobago. They're so, and we share so much in common. And then you just realize, hey, I'm not alone. You know, and that has been pretty surprising because, to be honest, when I think about my first one, my first thought was like, I hardly know anyone elsewhere. and and that was really, really tough. It's like, where do I go? And is this the way forward? Because I don't know anyone. That was my thinking. And I started looking like one or two people and then slowly grow from there. And after that, it just became easier just to connect to the autism community.
Wonderful. And I'm sure as you've been creating these events, more experts speak to this space, more books are being written, more discoveries are being found as we learn more about the potential and possibilities that are
Mm,
available to children with autism. And so I love that your message, as I understand it, and I invite you to clarify or deepen this a bit, is really embracing the potential in
mm,
shining a light on your child's gifts and abilities
mm.
rather than getting hung up in how much you might not be able to experience or perhaps take for granted the way other parents do with your children.
I think to sum it up, I think the very first step in order to really thrive in this journey, this summit is called Discover the Way Forward. And I kind of want families to believe that, this is, we can still lead a thriving life. We can grow, learn, and all. And it doesn't have to be a dead end. That is very important. But the first step to start getting things going is actually to stop fixing your child,
Mm.
because your child is amazing as they are. And when we see past the autism label, we will start seeing the magic. And that was what happened to me because, when I first started on this journey, not knowing what, I was given the things, you need to do this, you need to do that, and all this. So I went through this journey of fixing, which really nothing much happened during that time. But when I took steps to say, hey, let's have fun, let's connect, and started to see what an amazing child my daughter was. I mean, is still. Okay, grammar here. Sorry about that.
But that recognition is a wonderful thing to bring yourself back to after I'm sure initially you're looking at it through the other lens of
Yeah.
limitations.
So, I mean, that has been very me. And then since then, also how I've expanded not only just seeing her for who she is and focusing more on the connection with her, not the correction. And also, the second thing that makes a big difference, which I address in my summit, is everyone matters. Everyone matters in your family. And that means not just your special needs child, it's your partner, your other children, and myself included. That we matter in this journey. So that is really crucial if we want to thrive in this. And so we talk about a range of topics, not just focusing just on the child. Yeah, of course, we do. We talk about developing the executive functions of your child. We talk about homeschooling and about child, but there are other topics too, like your health. If your health is stopping you, if you're being stressed or what, how can you better support your child? You in Or things like your marriage. If your marriage is not working, how does this work? And if you are fatigued, how do you deal with it? So there are a lot of things that not only is about our child, but it's about ourselves too, that we need to take care of ourselves. So I also cover these topics here because I want the whole family to thrive.
Absolutely. And I think that's really important. That's something that I certainly talk with in my programs and with my clients is it's easy to lose sight of the fact that if we don't take care of ourselves and make sure that our own cup is filled, we run out very quickly. We can't support the ones we love the way that we want to. So I love that you're bringing that conversation. It's
Mm,
not only about how we can better support the children, but how when we are supported and balanced, the
mm.
whole family is able to thrive as well, right? So really looking at everybody that's a part of the puzzle.
I mean, look at it this way. I mean, if I'm tired, if I'm angry, or for whatever reason it is, how can I serve my child? No matter how much I love her, all my good intentions and things, but if I'm angry, I'm tired, exhausted, stressed, sick, I can't be my best self to help her. I can't be my best self for my family. So I really encourage, parents out there, who have dedicated their life helping their children. It's sometimes you need to put yourself first. You need to take care of yourself. And so that we can discover the way forward.
And I think it's a powerful model to present for your children so that they recognize too, right? They learn by observing. And when they see that we put a priority on our own well being, they have permission to make that a priority in their own lives too, to
Definitely.
acknowledge their own needs. So I think that's tremendously powerful.
Mhm.
So let us know the dates of this event. It's coming up in just a few weeks, I believe.
Correct. It's actually the end of the month. We're talking about from the 27th of October to the 29th of October. We have more than 10 plus speakers speaking at this event. And not only they are providing their knowledge and all, they're also providing very useful and valuable resources. So you can, when you register, you will get access to the giveaways that each of the speakers will be providing, and they are awesome.
Marvelous. And you will also be presenting as well. At the end of the event, there will be an opportunity to learn more about what you do and how you support parents as well.
Yes, I'm actually speaking also at the summit, and at the same time, about a week later, I'm also presenting a workshop. The workshop is held live, and it's very hands-on and practical workshop. But yes, but I will still also be speaking at the summit itself.
Marvelous. And so it is over 3 days, and there's lots of wisdom to glean from this. So you can choose what topics really resonate, or given the time and opportunity, you can dive deep into every one.
Mhm.
And I believe if time can be an issue, or if you want to have these resources moving forward,
Mhm.
there's an opportunity to have the summit for yourself moving forward. Is that correct? How does that work?
Correct. I mean, the tickets are free during this duration, and after that, I mean, also we have VIP tickets. And what is the bonus of this VIP tickets is not only it provides the video as of this summit itself, but it provides the videos of the last two summits. So that is a bit of extra on top of the icing. So kind of highly, there is more than almost like more than 25 videos, so that you can just dive in. So, and we, like I said, we cover a wide range of topics, not just only for our child, but for ourselves, for our other family members and all.
Beautiful. So that's a tremendous asset. If you know you're going to be crunched for time, or if
Mm,
you just want to buy the whole library, all the content from Stephanie's summits, the VIP ticket gets you recordings to not only this event that'll be
mm,
happening at the end of this month, but the recordings from the previous events. So what an amazing selection for people to draw back on now as an education, but moving forward, if you notice that you're starting to feel fatigued in this area or run into issues here, you can look back through these experts and have just the support that you're looking for.
mm. Yep.
Marvelous. I'm so excited, Stephanie. I'm looking forward to being able to sit in on this event. And I have friends who are raising children on the spectrum, and they are phenomenal advocates for their children, just the way that you are. They're carving their own path. And I think it's so heartening to recognize that you can join in community, that there are more resources that are available, that the pediatrician might tell you about, or your child's therapist, and that you don't have to do all of the research or chart your own path. You can draw from these resources and experts that Stephanie's brought together and feel supported and in community at the same time. So I think there's a real juicy opportunity here for everybody who feels called to participate.
Yes. I mean, almost every topic that, that that is not only in this recording and the previous recording, I have personally experienced it before, and I know that this is also needed by a lot of other parents. And I remember, just like I said, being alone on this journey, but now with this amazing group of people, I realized that I am not alone. I do have the love, support, and sometimes they are just cheering me on and things like that, and I just simply love it.
Marvelous. Yeah, we all need cheerleaders. We don't all always have terrific days, and it's okay, especially when we know we have community we can reach out to.
Yes.
And then we're available to support them when it's their turn. So
Mm.
thank you. Is there anything else we forgot to cover or that you want to share while we're together?
No, I say come join us. I'm really, very excited and be there. And like I said, we are meant to thrive, not just survive in this atypical parenting journey. So, if you want to discover the way forward, to move forward, you know, be there, you know. And I mean, that's the first step. This journey is very long, but a simple step like being here can make all of a difference. And I sincerely hope to see you there.
Beautiful. I've already said in conversation this morning, there are no coincidences. So if this video pops up in your feed, given the Facebook algorithms, that in itself is a victory. If something here stands out to you, or if you know someone who could use a little support and feeling connected in community, please share this information. Stephanie is an extraordinary guide and has just the biggest heart and most kind soul. So I can't think of a better person to spend 3 days with to absorb wonderful, cutting edge information from terrific speakers. You've really put together another amazing event, Stephanie. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very excited about this lineup again. And each time, it's like, wow. And I hope this continues, sincerely.
I hope so too. All right, my dear. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you a beautiful evening in Sweden, and I look forward to talking with you online soon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
Always my pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.